Hello students, in this video we are going to discuss question number 21 to 40 from chapter 4a hydrocarbons alkanes from advanced problems in organic chemistry for JEE by MS1 book. So stay with us. In question number 21, which form of the ethane has the lowest potential energy? So we can start drawing two types of structure which is possible for ethane in the potential energy conformers. That is, one is this one, which is known as eclipsed form. Another is this one, which is known as staggered form. In eclipsed form, this is eclipsed form, eclipsed, and this is staggered. And as we know that in eclipsed form, we can see that these two hydrogens are very close to each other, so there will be a steric repulsion between these two hydrogens. But in staggered form, these two hydrogens are much away from each other. There will be an angular displacement between these two hydrogens, which reduce the steric hindrance possible between these two hydrogens, and that's why the staggered form will have the lowest potential energy. That's why for question number 21, option C should be the correct option. In question number 22, ethane is subjected to combustion process. So in combustion process, we know that carbon will form CO2 and hydrogen will form water. So ethane is nothing but C2H6, and if we add oxygen, we can form 2 moles of CO2 and 3 mole of H2O, and after balancing we can have 7/2 moles of oxygen. Okay, now we can say that in ethane we have carbon present in sp3 hybridization, and in CO2 we have carbon present in sp hybridization. There should be a change from sp3 to sp. That's why for question number 22, option B should be the correct option. In question number 23, we have butane, and in presence of AlCl3 heat, this butane will isomerize to reduce its volume, and in this case we can have isobutane. In isobutane we have reduced volume or reduced surface, and this will be a isomerization reaction. That's why for question number 23, option A should be the correct option. In question number 24, which of the following has highest chlorine content? That is, we have to calculate the maximum percentage of chlorine from the molecular formulas. The structure of pyrene is CCl4, DDT C14H9Cl5, chloral C2HCl3O, and gamoxine C6H6Cl6. And from this we can directly say that in pyrene we should have maximum chlorine content, because without chlorine we have only one atom of carbon. So in pyrene we have maximum chlorine content. That's why for question number 24, option A should be the correct option. In question number 25, pure methane can be prepared by, in Warch reaction we have already even number of carbon, methane will have only one carbon. That's why methane cannot be prepared by Warch reaction. Same thing for coal-based electrolysis process, we have even number of carbon containing alkane. If we have to reduce, we should have at least 2 carbons to have a double bond or a triple bond. That's why we can form ethane, but methane cannot be produced by option D, that is reduction with hydrogen. That's why we can use soda lime decarboxylation reaction. So we can start with acetic acid, and we can react this with NaOH CaO, that is soda lime heat, and in this case we can easily form methane in the final product along with NO2 CO3. Okay, so pure methane can be produced by option C, that is soda lime decarboxylation reaction. In question number 26, we have ethyl cyclopentane, ethyl cyclohexane and ethyl cycloheptane, and we have to calculate the heat of combustion order. Now we can say that in from ethyl cyclopentane to cyclohexane, we will have an increased carbon number, that is increased by 1, and from cyclohexane to cycloheptane, again we have to increase the total carbon number by 1 unit. With every carbon unit increase, we should have an increase in 15 to 20 degrees centigrade for heat of combustion. Okay, that's why with increase in carbon we have more heat of combustion. So in ethyl cycloheptane we have maximum, and in ethyl cyclopentane we have minimum heat of combustion. That's why for question number 26 the correct option is C, that is 3 greater than 2 greater than 1. In question number 27, an alkane molecular weight 86 on bromination gives only 2 monobromo derivative excluding stereoisomer. So you have to find a alkane with two similar kind of hydrogen. So here we have one kind of hydrogen, second, third, fourth and fifth. So this cannot be our answer. Here we have 1, 1, 1, 2, 3. So again this cannot be our answer. 1, 1, 1, 1. These 4 methyl are similar, and we have two kind of hydrogens in this case. So this can be our answer. But in option D we have only one kind of hydrogens. So we have to find only 2 monobromo derivatives. That indicates we have to find one alkane which have at least two different kind of hydrogens. So here these 4 hydrogens are identical, these 4 hydrogens are identical, and these 2 hydrogens are identical. Okay, that's why for question number 27 option C should be the correct option. In question number 21, order of bond strength of CH bond involving sp, sp2, sp3 hybridized carbon atom is. As we know that with increase in S character we have increase in bond strength. Okay, so if we have greater percentage of S, we have higher bond strength. So in sp we have 50% S character, in sp2 we have 33.33% S character, and in sp3 we have 25% S character. Okay, so now we can simply say that more the S character, more will be the bond strength, and we have to compare here obviously bond strength. That's why for question number 29 option A should be the correct option. In question number 30, among the structure given select the enantiomer. So enantiomer should have a mirror image relationship. Okay, so in between 1 and 3 there is no mirror image relationship. Okay, because if we put mirror here there is no mirror image. Similarly, between these two also we don't have any mirror image relationship 1 and 3. Only we have mirror image relationship present between 2 and 3, and obviously they are non-superimposable mirror image. That's why 2 and 3 they are enantiomer to each other, and for question number 30 option C should be the correct option. In question number 31, the correct order of reactivity towards reactivity of 1 to 3 towards addition reaction is. As we know that more the ring strength, more will be the instability of the molecule, and if the molecule is unstable the reactivity will be high. Here we have a 3-member ring, 4-member ring and 5-member ring given in the question. As we know that 3-member ring will have the maximum bond strength, so reactivity of 3-member ring will be maximum, and gradually it will decrease from 1 to 2 to 3. That's why for question number 31 option B should be the correct option. In question number 32 we have to perform a Warsh reaction where diether sodium is given. So obviously in Warsh reaction mechanism we have to form the radical. So here we can form radicals, and here we form 2 dots, carbon free radical. Now this carbon free radical is a reactive intermediate, that's why it will react to form the final product, and in this case these two dots will combine with each other to form the final product, which will look like this. Hence for question number 32, option B should be the correct option. For question number 33, which of the following reactant is suitable for preparation of methane and ethane by using one step only? So simply we can start with option C, because if we react this one with lithium aluminum hydride, okay, so we can have a substitution reaction, and obviously indirectly we can form methane, which is one of the product, and we can react with a Grignard reagent CH3 MgBr, and finally we will form ethane as product. So from starting with CH3Br, we can form methane or ethane by only one step. That's why for question number 33, option C should be the correct option. Question number 34, how many carbon atoms does an alkane, not a cycloalkane, need before it is capable to exist in enantiomeric form? So we should have a chiral center. So we should go for the minimum carbon functional groups like CH2 CH3, then CH2 CH2 CH3, and here we have one chiral center. Okay, so if a chiral center is present, it will be optically active and enantiomeric forms will be present. So in this case, number of carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's why for question number 34, option D should be the correct option. In question number 35, among the following free radical bromination reactions, select those in which 2-degree halide is a major product. Okay, so the only one product in P is this one. So this is a 2-degree halide. We have to find 2-degree halide as a major product. Okay, so in Q we have major product is this, which is a 3-degree halide. In R we have a bromination in this position, which is a 2-degree halide. In S we have again bromination in this position, which is a 3-degree halide. In T we have bromination in this position, which is again 3-degree halide. In U we have bromination in this position, obviously it is a 2-degree halide. So in the molecule P, in molecule R, and in molecule U, we have 2-degree halide as a major product. That's why PRU option is present in option B, which is the correct option for question number 35. In question number 36, A plus Cl2H monochloro product. Now maximize the yield of the monochloro product in the above reaction. So we have to keep the alkane in higher percentage compared to Cl2, as because the product can react with Cl2 again to form the other products. So we have to maintain the higher percentage of alkane compared to Cl2 to decrease the probability of the later reactions. Okay, so that's why you have to keep A or alkane as a very high percentage compared to Cl2. That's why for question number 36, option B is the correct option. In question number 37, the major product of the above reaction is, as we know that bromination is possible at the position where a radical is most stable, and in this case this will be the product. And as we know that we can form a chiral center as at the major product, that's why we can form 2 enantiomers, and equal probability of 2 enantiomers are possible. That's why you can form a racemic mixture in this case, because we can form 50% D and 50% L isomer, because both are possible with equal probability. That's why you can have a racemic mixture in the final solution. That's why for question number 37, option A should be the correct option. In question number 38, we can draw the mechanism like this. Initially we have 2Cl, this is the initiation step. Next CH2Cl, CH3H, sorry, CH3H will react with one of the Cl dot, will form CH3 dot plus HCl. This is a propagation step. Next CH3 dot can react with another Cl molecule to form CH3Cl plus Cl2 dot. This is also propagation step. And CH3 can combine with another CH3 to form CH3 CH3. This is the termination step. Okay. Now we have to find out the propagation steps, and that's why we can say that in step 3 and in step 5 we have propagation steps. For question number 38, that's why option C should be the correct option. In question number 39, the monobromo derivatives. See, we can draw the monobromo derivative like this. This will be the major product. We can draw another structure like CH2Br. We can draw another structure like this one, and another structure like this, and lastly we can draw this one. Okay, so it is clear that we can form 5 different form of the products. That's why for question number 39, option B should be the correct option. In question number 40, Br dot will be abstracted which of the following hydrogen most readily. So it is based on the carbon free radical stability. So if we remove the A position H, we can have a radical like this CH3, and this radical is stabilized by alpha hydrogens. Here we have 2 alpha hydrogens, here we have 2 alpha hydrogens, here we have 3 alpha hydrogens. So 2 plus 2 plus 3, that is we have 7 alpha hydrogens present in this position to stabilize this radical. That's why this radical is most stable, and Br dot will obviously abstract that HA readily. That's why for question number 40, option A should be the correct option. Thank you for watching.